Hi everyone, so wanted to give you a little bit of a training update. Here's just a clip of me from this past week. I actually had a taper week this past week. I am currently 5 weeks out from the Arnold, so definitely ramping up intensity. This was the first deadlift day of my taper week where I was doing 365 pounds per set to 4. This honestly was probably the easiest that 365 pounds has ever felt in my entire life. Like, I was just flying through these, and it honestly felt, I remember during these sets, I honestly was like, wow, these feel like 315 pounds did last year. So 365 pounds for me now is like, no big deal, whereas before, even 2 years ago, this was my max. And then last year at Nationals, so 2015, 375 was my max. So it's really been awesome for me to be able to have these deadlifts feel so good, especially this week. So right now I am in prep for the Arnold, as many of you guys know. I am going to be competing in the 72 kilogram class at the Arnold Pro American. So I will be competing on Saturday afternoon at the Arnold. So hoping to see a lot of you guys there. I will be doing a seminar then on Monday on March 6th. So I will be competing on March 4th. And it's likely going to be in the afternoon. I'm going to be competing. I'm very excited I got invited to do the Pro American. So these are just sped up a little bit. Here, just showing some of my lifts and some of my deadlifts. So I'm just very excited to be competing there at the Arnold. The Arnold's just a really fun meet, and just a lot of, I think I might have put the same clip back to back. I'm not sure about that. So sorry if I did, guys. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I don't know. I put these clips together, and then as I'm watching it, I'm voice recording and reading over it. So this is just an exercise that I wanted to show you guys. It's an accessory exercise laying down, doing lateral raises. So, and I guess these would be horizontal raises because I'm laying down. But wanted to show you guys really focusing on keeping the motion slow and controlled. I actually trained with my friends Ryan and Michelle of If It Fits Your Macros Apparel. You guys might know them. We train at the same gym, and they were showing me this exercise, and honestly, just slowing the motion down, not even using that heavy of weight, you can get such a good pump. I love doing accessory work like this. A lot of my accessory work, I don't want to be crazy heavy or really taxing on my CNS, especially because of my heavy squats and my heavy deadlifts and heavy bench throughout the week. And those were an awesome thing to add in, so just wanted to show you guys that. So here is 350 pounds that I had 4 sets of 4 on squats. So as I was saying, lifts are feeling pretty good, about 5 weeks out from the Arnold. Honestly, my travels to Australia threw me for quite a loop in terms of my training. I just wasn't able to be as consistent as I normally am with my training, and it just was hard to be traveling in a different time zone and waking up at all sorts of different hours and training at all sorts of different hours. Definitely not like what I'm used to, so I felt like it took a toll on my confidence, especially for my squats. I just started to feel off balance. I started to feel kind of funky in my motion. My form was off, but it's really starting to come back. So I have 4 more weeks of training and then a week of a taper week to really get that back. Here, this is 155 pounds, 4 sets of 4. On all of my bench, I've been having whoever spots me give me commands. So in previous training, I have done just touch and go on some sets, but right now, working up to the Arnold, I am not doing any touch and go. That was just a warm-up set. That was a warm-up single at 345 pounds, and then this was a big day for me. So this was going into 370 pounds for doubles. So right now, my competition squat PR is actually 396 pounds, and my training PR is 400 pounds in the gym. So my goal for the Arnold is to hit a 400-pound competition squat. That would be pretty badass. I'm hoping to do that. We'll see. Right now, as my training is going, it should be possibly in the cards, but you really don't know until like the last couple weeks. This was 370 pounds, moving pretty well. for doubles. I'm just really getting my confidence back at this point, and my body weight is sitting at a good place. I'm sitting at about 160 pounds, which is actually pretty perfect for me in terms of training. When I get up to be about 156 pounds, it actually feels kind of skinny for me. And so when I'm right around like 160 pounds, that's like a good training weight. My weight class is 158, so really it's not hard for me at all to get at 158. My sodium and water intake is extremely high, so to be able to manipulate that is very easy for me, to be able to get, lose like maybe 3 or 4 pounds in 1 week. And it's not fat, it's just water weight and water distribution. So this was my second set of doubles, and this was all in one day. So I squatted, deadlifted, and benched all in one day, and had heavy days for each. So that was 370 pounds for a double, my second set. As you can see, my second rep was a little slow, and I was contemplating doing a third set, but decided to call it after that, especially because I knew I had to deadlift after this. So after squats, I went into deadlifts, which were 390 pounds for doubles, and these honestly felt like incredible. These were so fast. I have never had a 390 pounds feel this fast. I do complete resets between each rep. A very, very common question that I get is, why do you fully reset? The reason that I fully reset between deadlift reps is because that way I can set up for each one evenly, I can practice each one as a competition rep, and I can make sure I'm aligned with the bar just as I was for the first rep. If you keep your hands on the bar and you let the weight fall down, as you should not use a slow eccentric on the way down for a heavy deadlift like this. The weight is going to fall, and see how uneven it gets? As you notice, when I drop it, it drops to one side or the other. So fully resetting, it allows me to stand up, to get in a more upright position then, and do each rep as a single. So in competition, each rep is a single. It's not like you're bouncing the weight off the ground and you're doing multiple reps in competition. Each rep is a single. So I want to be as good at singles as possible. If you think about squats, really each rep is a single repetition. Bench, each rep is a single repetition. So why shouldn't deadlifts? So that's why I stand up, because I start each deadlift up, then I restart each deadlift up as well. So after that. Now, if my reset, or let's say I started a deadlift normally with my hands on the bar and then breathed in, then I might not stand all the way up. But for me, since I take my breath at the top, that is why I do that. And this was a PR, 390 pounds for 4 reps after 2x2. I don't think I've ever done that before. I know for sure I have not done that after doing after doing squats. So it definitely was a non-fresh PR. And even that last rep was really good, and I've really been encouraged by my lockout. So then I went to bench. I did 165 pounds with pause commands, with press commands for 2x2, and then I had an AMRAP, and I hit 4 reps with pauses. So that was good. Not necessarily a PR, but I think possibly a PR with pauses. My bench, as you can see, my right shoulder lags. That is because of a 3-year-old shoulder injury that I've had. So just something that I have to deal with. My right shoulder is always going to be a little bit weaker and always going to need some more time and attention. So overall, huge thanks to Joe, who came to the gym, Joe Sullivan, who's one of the best powerlifters in the nation, and helping me on that day and giving me cues. So overall, feeling good, and I will continue to keep you guys updated, hoping to hit that 400-pound squat in competition. We will see. So thanks as always for your support, and I will talk to you guys soon.